Hi guys, I wanted to share with you, and one of my friends asked me to share this, and I said I'd make a video about this, but ergonomics is really important as an artist, and when you're working from home, it makes a huge difference on just so you don't have a lot of pain. I found that artists tend to do a lot of repetitive behaviors. If you're an art teacher, you may be walking around a lot and things like that, so you never really notice until you start working on your own artwork. And then your students, they're so young, they aren't running into these issues unless they're spending a lot of time drawing, and then you get that fatigue in your neck, and you can lead to some serious problems like a pinched nerve, and bulging disc, and those things are not pleasant at all. One of the solutions I found out was getting a standing desk. So I'm making a video so you can see how it works. I believe I got the Vivio with the legs. It didn't have the tabletop. It was about $300, and the reason why I picked that actual product with just the legs was I had a friend recommend it, but also I had a tabletop already from an old drafting table, so I was able to repurpose that. Another consideration was a lot of times you can find cheaper legs that are less than $300 on Amazon. What I did notice is that once you start looking at the reviews, the motor itself that actually moves the desk up and down, that is the primary cost of the product. So there were some people who were using overseas manufacturers of that one particular motor, and the customers complained. They said, well, you know what, the motor's bad, I need a new one, so go ahead and send me one. And the actual company that made the other parts, they were like, oh, we need you to go through all these hoops and things like that, and come to find out they just didn't want to replace it because the motor was itself very expensive, and then they were kind of like not making any money off of it. So that's the reason why I picked this one, because the people who did have bad motors, they said they got their new motors within like 2 days, and so that's pretty nice, as far as when you need something like that. So I'm going to show you how I have it set. It has a programming on it, and the controller allows you to set 3 different heights on it. You also have a timer, and I've used that once. Mainly I have a timer already on my computer, so I don't use that as often, but it still works. So I'm going to show you how it goes up and down, and it's pretty cool, and it's also really quiet. And I found out that in an article I read from a physical therapy journal, they said 80% of people who have these back pains notice a definite improvement because they use a standing desk. So you don't necessarily have to use this one. Some people just use a tabletop one that goes up and down, but I just like this because it was programmable and I could get 3 different heights on it. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and record how it looks when it goes up and down. Alright guys, this is the actual controls right here that I mentioned earlier. So this had to be screwed into the desktop, but it connects to the motor that's underneath. So you have T for the actual timer. Oop, there it is, timer. And then this is for memory. This is for up and down manually. 1 is my sitting position right here, which I'm at the sitting one. 2 will bring it up to my typing one. So I have to actually use my thumb. You'll hear that clicking sound, and then it will start raising. Alright, and it gives you the height right here on the settings right here. Then I'm going to do 3 because 3 is my drawing. You hear the little click, and it bumps it up, which is really nice. So it's been great, and then I'm going to bring it back down again because I want to bring it back to 1, which is my sitting. It's been great so far. I've only had it for maybe like 3 or 4 days, but I love it, and I so recommend getting a standing desk. Another reason is yeah, your feet are maybe gonna hurt a little bit from the standing. I've had People say you can get a fatigue mat for your feet if you want to. I just take a break and then walk around and things like that, and then I kind of limit myself, like I'm only going to have these working hours from this time to this time, and then after that it's like that's the end of my day. So anyways, I hope this helps you make a decision, because it's really worth investing if you're going to do a full-time job as being an artist, and you have been experiencing some back pain. I would recommend getting the standing desk. And even if you don't want this particular brand, get one that is programmable with different height settings, because you will find that you're going to want sitting, maybe one for typing, and then if you're doing your drawing, because you want it closer to your face, because I'm hard of seeing, so it works out great. But thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, I forgot one more thing. If this screen goes black, that's not a big deal. Don't freak out. You just tap it again with your thumb, and the screen will light back up and it'll become active.